Now we will see the another topic, that is the synchronization. What is meant by synchronization? Okay, so what is meant by synchronization is, everyone knows that, like, if you run the thread, if you have multiple thread, and if you run multiple thread at the same time, so we cannot assume the execution of the thread, which thread will work first and which thread will be work last, right? We cannot assume. So synchronization is the process by which we can control the accessibility of the multiple thread to a particular shared resource. Suppose we have a one resource like this one. Suppose we have a one resource like that, and we have a multiple threads. Suppose we have one thread here, okay, another thread here, ignore my drawing, okay, and one other thread we have, okay, we have three thread here, 1, 2, and 3, and we have a one resource only. So what will happen here? If we run this program, all the thread will try to execute this resource at the same time, right? All the threads will be try to execute this resource at the same time, and it will be create a problem, right? We don't want to execute this all the threads at the same time. We want to execute one thread at each time, right? So for that we are using this synchronization. For that, before that, we will try to create one program, that is the real time program we will try to create, that is the booking ticket theater app we will try to create. Okay, simply we will create a class here, that is the booking ticket. Okay, this is the easy one only. Class I have created before, booking ticket. Okay, class I have created. Inside that, what we will do, we have to create the method, right? Simply I am create here public void I will give the name, that is the book ticket. Okay, book ticket only I am giving the name. Simply we have created the class first. Inside that we are created the method. We want the seats also, right? How much seats we have inside our theta. Simply I am writing create one variable int total seats. Total seats, because in our data we have a 10 seats. Okay, and we want the seats, means how whenever we call this method, so that time they will provide one seats, no? So for that I will write here int seats here. Okay, whenever we want to call the book ticket method, that time we will provide a seats. Okay, after that, inside that we will provide one condition: if total seats is greater than the seats. Okay, if total seats is greater than seats, then only it will book a ticket. If we have 10 seats and someone booked the 11 seats, so it don't have to book the tickets, no? That's why we are using the condition. If we have a total seats greater than the seats, that times only it have to book the ticket. So if ticket is booked, then it will become here and it will print a message like ticket is, and we will print the ticket, how much ticket they have booked, seats, right? And now we want to know that, right, how much seats are left. So how we will calculate? That is the total tickets we have, total seats we have. So what we need to do? Total seats minus seats. Easy. After that, simply we'll print here system dot out, and here we'll write total. No, we will write here seats left. Okay, or remaining seats also we can write seats left, and here we will write total seats, how many seats we have left. If this condition false, means we have to print something. So simply we will write here else block. Else block we will write, and here we will print system dot out, and seats are not booked. Simply we will write here seats are not booked, right? And here we will print the seats, how much seats they are booked. After that we will shows them how much seats we have. So for that, what we will do? Seats left, how much seats we have, and after that simply we'll print here, that is the total seats. Okay, so what we did here, simply we have created one class here with the name book tickets. Okay, after that, what we did here, we have created a one variable for this total seats, how much seats we have. So how much seats we have, that is the 10. After that, we have created one method here, that is the book ticket. For booking the ticket, we want a method, no? That's why we have created the tickets here, book ticket method. Inside that we have passed the seats, means when we call this method, that time we have to pass the seats. After that, we have wrote one condition here, that is the if else. So inside the if, what we wrote, total seats is greater than seats, then only it will book the ticket. Suppose we have a total seats, that is the how much total seats we have, that is the 10, and we are prior to booking the ticket, that is the 30. So can it will be booked? No, right? That's why we wrote this condition. Okay, so if this condition is true, it will come here, ticket is booked, and it will print the seats, how much seats we are trying to book, it will be printed. Okay, after that we are calculating the total seats, how much total seats we have. Okay, so it will be calculate that things, and it will print seats left and the total seats. Okay, if this condition is false, it will come to the else block, and it will print seats are not booked, seats left only this much seats. Okay, now if you want to call this one, how we will call that? So simply we will create one thread here. Okay, so test extend thread. So simply we will come here, and what we will do, we have to override the run method. So public void run. Okay, here we have to write it public void run, and from this run method I want to call this book ticket. So how we will call that? We have to create a reference for that. So simply we will create a reference, that is the booking tickets and B I'm writing, but this is a reference only, we are not assigning any object to that. So for that what we will do, simply will come to the main method. Okay, inside the main method what we will do, simply we create a object. So what is the name of our class here? It is booking ticket. Okay, and we will assign into the B. There's the variable we have created, no, reference variable we have created. I want to assign this object into this B, because it is getting the, we are getting the error here. Why we are getting the error here? Yes. Yes. This is the instance variable that we are using into the static method. So if you want to use this means, we have to make this as a static. So I am making this as a static. Now it is okay. So now with the help of big object we can call the method. So what is the name of our method? See here, that is the book ticket. Book ticket, but we have to pass the seats also here, right? Seats. So we will create another variable here, that is the int seats. Okay, simply I have created the seats also. Okay, you can directly pass the seats also here, but we will create a different people, and according to that we will provide a seats. Okay, so I have created a seats here. Now this part is done. Now we want to start the thread. So how will start that? Just simply we have to create the object new test. Okay, so new test. So simply first person we can give here, simple, this is a site. Okay, after that Sai dot, we have to mention the seats, how many seats Sai wants to book. Okay, so suppose Sai wants to book 6 tickets. Okay, and with the help of start method we can simply start the thread Sai dot start. So first person we have created with the name Sai. Now another person we will create, how? Simply we have to create the object new test. So another person will create, what will be the name? Teja. Okay, Teja will create. Okay, Teja dot seats. How much seats Teja wants to book? So simply I will write here 8. Okay, 8 will try to book. Now Teja dot start. Okay, now our program is done. So what we did here, simply first we have created the one class with the name of book ticket, booking ticket. Inside that we have mentioned total seats, and we have provided one condition here, right? That you all knows. After that we have created one another class. Inside that class we are making as a thread, right? After that we have make this, we have created one reference variable to call this method, that is the book ticket, from the run method. Okay, so whenever we call the run method, this book tickets will directly call. Okay, after that we have created the variable also here, that is the seats. So how to call this variable into the main method? With the help of object. So with the help of object I have called this variable here. So what is the value of variable first? Now first, that is the 6. After that, that is the 8, right? Here with the help of side or start, it will be start the method, it will become here into run, and it will call the directly book ticket method. So how it will be run? Simply we will see that. So JVM will come into the main method. Okay, after that we are assigning this object into the reference variable. So it is assigning this object into the reference variable, into this means into this variable, right? After that we have created the object, means we are creating the thread here with the name of Sai. This is not the name, but we are imagine that. Okay, with the help of Sai we are assigning the seats, means how much seats Sai wants to book. So first time Sai wants to book the ticket, that is the 6, right? So what is the value of seats here now? 6. 6, no. from here side dot sits means it will assigning the value into the sits. So what is the value of sits now? That is the 6. After that side dot start. If we start the method, which method will be called? Run method. So it will become into the run method. And what we are writing here? B dot book ticket. So which is the variable? Which is the object here? That is the booking ticket. So it will go into the booking ticket and see where is the book ticket method. Here is the book ticket method. And from here we are passing the seats. So what is the value of seats here? 6, right? So here from here we are passing the 6. So it will become here. And what is the value of these seats now? That is the 6. So it will become here downside. It will check the condition. What is the value of total seats here? 10, right? So 10 is greater than 6. So condition is true or false here? Condition is true. So here it will become ticket is booked and how much seats? What is the value of seats here? 6. So total ticket is booked and it will print here 6, right? After that it will minus the seat. Total seats equals to total seats minus seats. So total seats, how much total seats we have? 10 minus 6. So what is the value of seats here? Total seat, that is the 4, right? So what it will print? Seats left, that is the 4. So it will be over here, it will be not come to the else block, right? So it will become downside. Here it will become again, we have created another person with the name Teja. Okay, so Teja dot seats. So Teja wants to book the 8 ticket. Okay, so what is the value of this seats now? That is the 8, right? So Teja dot start, it will become here again B dot book tickets. What is the value of seats here? 8. So it will become here again and it will be checked that. So what is the value of total seats here? See, 4, right? That is the 4 is greater than 8. Condition is true or false? Condition is true or false here? False, right? Condition is false. So where it will be go? Else block. Seats are book, seats are not book, and how much seats? No. How much? Well, what is the value? 8, right? And seats left, that is the 4. It have to print like that. Okay. But if I run this one, so can it will be print like that or not? Can it will be print or not? We have a one resource here, right? We have a only one resource, this resource. And how much threads we have? That is the 2 threads. If I run this one, so both the threads will be try to execute this resource at the same time. See, now if I run this one, so sometimes we will get the true result also. Sometimes we are getting the exact result also. Sometimes we are not getting the exact result. See here, ticket is booked 6, seats left 4, seats are not booked 8, and seats left are 4. Okay, if I run this one again and again, so many times we are getting the wrong result also. It is the completely depend on the thread scheduler. We will try to execute from here. Okay. If I run this one multiple times, so you will get the wrong result. Ah, previous one is yes, synchronization. Multiple times. It is not getting now. Before that is not. Multiple times we will get. Okay, so I will try to 4 and here I will try to get. Okay. Now we will try to run this one again. See. Now see, ticket is booked 4, seats left 6. Again, ticket is booked 8. Means 2 people sit on the ground, right? 2 people will sit on the ground, right? So it don't have to happen, no, because it is going into the minus, right? We don't want like that. We don't want to sit the people on the ground. So we don't. What we need to do? What we need to do? We have to access the resource each thread at a time. So for that we will simply use the synchronization. Okay, and synchronization have the two types. Okay, synchronization have two types. Okay, there is process synchronization and thread synchronization. So the process synchronization we are not learning. We are learning only the thread synchronization. Thread synchronization again divided into the two types, that is mutual exclusive and the cooperation. Okay, in static mutual exclusive, we have three types, three ways to achieve the synchronization: by synchronized method, by synchronized block, and by the static synchronization. Okay, and why which problem we are occurring without synchronization? That is the data inconsistency and thread are interferes with the each other. Okay, thread are they interfere with each other, and the data inconsistency problem we are getting with the help of synchronize without synchronization. So there are three ways to achieve the mutual exclusive: synchronized method, synchronized block, and the static synchronization. So how to achieve the synchronized method? It is very hard. Simply we have to come here and we have to write here synchronize and done. Okay, it is hard, no? Very hard. Okay, if I run this one, see, every time we are getting the right result. If I run this one many times also, we are getting the right result. See, we are getting the right result every time. Why? Because we are converted this method into the synchronized method. So why? What is happening inside? We know these things, but what is happening inside? Simply you come here. Okay, I will remove this all the things. So okay, so what we will do? Simply we have a object. Suppose we have a object inside our inside our method. Which is the object here? That is the b. B is the object here. That is the this is the resource. No, many threads are wants to execute this resource. Okay, so which class object this is? That is the b. B is the object. Simply I will write here the b object. This is the b object we have. Okay, so inside this b object, remember that every object have two things. First thing is the area and another thing is the log. So I will write here every object have two things to remember: area and the log. Area and the log. So every object have two area. Okay, every object have how much area? That is the two area. I will divide this object into the two blocks. Okay, first is the non synchronized area. Okay, non-synchronized area, and another one is the synchronized area. Okay, every object have two areas, that is the non-synchronized area and the synchronized area. Okay, and every object have its own log. Okay, every object have its own unique log, and whoever thread have the log, that will execute that method. Suppose we have a method here. That is the which method we have? That is the book ticket. This is the synchronized method or non-synchronized method? Synchronized. No, now this is the synchronized method. So this is a synchronized or non-synchronized method? Synchronized method. So in which area it will be present? See, in which area it will be present? Into the synchronized area. So simply I will come here and will paste. I will paste it here. So this method is present into the synchronized area. Now we have a two threads, right? Which are the two threads we have? First is the size. We will come here and print it here. First is this Sai. Another thread we have, that is the Teja. We will come here. I will print here Teja. Sai and Teja we have. Now we have a one resource and we have a multiple. This time only we have two threads, but remember that if we have multiple threads also, it will be one. Okay. So whoever having the log, that thread will be execute this resource, and every object have its own unique log. Okay, every object have its own unique log. So this object have its own unique log, right? So what it will be do when this Sai wants to execute this method? So what it will be do? Simply it will come here and it will be acquire the log. Okay, it will come here and it will be acquire the log, and when it have a log, this another thread will be in the waiting state, right? It will be wait for the another thread to complete this task, like a join method, right? So this time here is the log concept. So now Sai has the log. So what it will be do? It will come here, it will execute this method, that is the book ticket method. It will be execute. After book ticket method it have execute. After this thread will be come into the date task, date phase, right? Why? Because when thread complete its task, it went to the date state, right? So what it will do? It will come here, it will acquire the log, it will execute this method. After executing this method, it will release the log and it will come to the date state. Okay, then again another thread will become, which thread another we have? The Teja. It will become here again, it will acquire this log, right? It will acquire the log, then it will execute this method as a book ticket. After executing this method, it will release the log here and then it will come to the date state. So this like our synchronization will work. Okay, this like our synchronization will work. So the thread which having the log, that thread will be execute the method, and where our thread is present now, into the synchronized block. This is the first way to achieve the synchronization, that is the mutual exclusive, by the synchronized method. Okay, so this like our synchronization is synchronization will work. Now another way we have, that is synchronized block. So how it will work and why we are using that. Suppose we have a many lines here. Okay, suppose we have system dot out here again, and inside that what I am doing, simply I want to print the name of the thread. So how we will print that? Thread dot current thread dot get name. Okay, I want to print this line multiple times. Suppose I have this line multiple times, and I have this line at the downside also. Copy, and here I have here also. Okay, downside and upside also. And suppose the upside of this line we have a again 1,000 line. Okay, upside of this line we have again 1,000 line, and this lines and this lines. Okay, now if I want to run this one, for this one we want a synchronization, or for this one we want a synchronization, where we want the correct result. For name we want correct result, or for this one, for seats we want a correct result. For name we don't want a correct result, right? Sometimes thread 0 will work, sometimes thread 1 will work, but we want to execute this resource at a each time. Each thread will be execute this resource at the each time only. So for that what we will do, what we will use, simply we will use the synchronized block. If you want to synchronization for a particular block, okay, if you want a synchronization for a particular part, that time simply we will use the synchronized block. Okay, simply I will remove this one. And how to use synchronized block? Simply you have to use the synchronize keyword, and inside that we have to write a this is refers to the current class object, right? This is refers to the current class object. Simply you have to write the synchronize, then open round braces, close round braces, and inside that you have to write the this, and inside that you have to write the code, whichever means. Now if I want a synchronization on this block only, so I will use it here. Okay, now synchronization will only perform on this block. On this block only synchronization will perform. On this line synchronization will not perform. And simply I will remove this one also. Now we will see, if I run this one, thread 0 thread 1, but we are getting the correct result. Ticket is booked 4. Okay, seats left are 6, seats are not booked, and seats left 6. Okay, many times thread 0 will work first, then many times thread 1 will work. Whoever having the lock, that will be executed. If I run this one also, see, multiple times we are getting the result correctly. See, tickets is booked 8, seats left 2, then seats are not booked 4 because seats left only 2. See here, thread 0 is working, then thread 1, then thread 0, thread 1, then again thread 0. But we are getting correct result or not? Yes, because we are performing the synchronization on this part only. Okay, if you want to perform the synchronization on the particular part, that time simply we will use the synchronized block. Okay, and if you want a synchronization for the whole method, for that we will simply use the synchronized method. Okay, and what is the disadvantage of the synchronization is, it will increase the waiting time period of the threads. How? Suppose we have a 1,000 line here, we have a 1,000 line here, and 1,000 line downside also, 2,000 line we have. So suppose that it is taking the 1 hour for executing this line, and we are using here the synchronization. So what it will be do, for first thread it will take 1 hour. If this thread is working 1 hour, this thread is in the waiting state, so it will be increase the time period of the thread. So if it is increasing the time period, it will be affect on the performance of the our program. Okay, so that are the two disadvantages of the synchronization. And advantage is no data consistency problem, and no thread interference. Okay, so that is the two ways to achieve the synchronization, that is synchronized method and the synchronized block. Anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? Okay, so that's it for today. Tomorrow we will see static synchronization and the cooperation. Okay, these are also easy only. These are easy only, no, synchronized method and synchronized block. Okay, so tomorrow we will see the mutual, that is the static synchronization and cooperation. That one also easy only. Try to